This is V-StarrPics, and we're here with our next episode. And today, I'm honored to have my brother, an incredible artist. He's a producer, a writer, a creator. He has his own station, his own business, and 310 production. He's got his hands in a lot of things. I'm gonna let him tell you guys about exactly how much that is. But let's welcome Riko, brother. Great to see you, man. How you feeling?
What's good with it? What's good with it? Glad to be here. Finally, we caught up and able to make this possible. What's good with everybody? My name is Riko 310. I'm a singer, rapper, songwriter, producer, recording engineer, graphic designer, and video producer. And that's what I do.
That's right. And you also, as I noticed, been doing a lot of acting lately because your channel is I don't know, who is that? Is that an alter ego? Who's that? What's his name?
Yeah, that's Jerome.
Okay.
Jerome, yeah, he is a alter ego of me. Just, created. It was created with a character named Jerona. And everybody know who Jerona is. And you can also subscribe to YouTube to Jerona and Jerome, and you can see more.
That's
but
right.
Yeah, it's just an alter ego, kind of like an uncle, somebody like a family member that only comes around every once in a while.
We all have one.
You got an uncle that comes around, only comes around when he out of jail.
Okay. So for those that don't know, and we're gonna act like that, for the fans who do, then you can laugh along with us. So you're Jerome, and then what's her name?
Jerona.
Jerona. Who is Jerona?
Jerona is actually a character that's created by rapper B-Fly.
Okay.
Known as Sharani Taylor. She created that character. And
shout out to B-Fly.
Shout out to B-Fly. But then later on, it was like during Corona season, she found love. She found someone.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. So that's what all the scenes and everything is based upon.
It's based on her finding love in Corona season.
And how are you guys coming up with this? I mean, some of the stuff you guys do is way out there. It's funny as hell. And how are you coming up with these?
I mean, different things. Some stuff is just made up. We just like, hey, what if we did something like this? We put this together and did this. What do you think we would get the react? Just basically trying things. That's what we're doing. We're trying things to grow creatively.
Right. And what is that under? How will people find? You said that's on YouTube?
On YouTube right now, and it's a new website. It's called Now We Together, and you will see more of that on that show too.
Now We're Together.
Yes, those characters will play in that show.
All right.
But right now, you can subscribe on YouTube to Jerona and Jerome, and you can laugh away.
All the content is there, man.
It's there for you people, so that's where you go if you really want to get a laugh in your day. Stop by there and get you a laugh.
All right, and you know what? I've stopped there many times myself and got a laugh, and it's great content, man. And you also have some other things going on as far as doing some photography, videography, designing. What you got going with that? What tentacle of your business is that?
That was a branch of 310 Production. I started a media company that, we're connected in the game, and when I'm saying connected, we stay connected is meaning we have the resources to reach out to in the industry. Or if you're an artist that need a video, or an artist that need production, or artists that need photos, we have the connections to get you what you need. And with that company, that's how all the websites and graphic design came from. It was to mold that company.
Okay.
But it was already a love that I was doing. But 310 Production made it more of a love. It brought it out like, hey, you got to really show it now.
Right.
Give them more album covers, more graphics, more videos, more websites. Show them, that you're more than just an artist or a writer.
Right.
you know, that you're actually a brand.
I mean, I personally know you. You got a lot of talents, brother, and I've seen you grind some more, and now the elevation of grind is even higher than we already thought it was. So I got to send you a shout out because you're very inspirational, and you have fun, and you're very talented, bro. So tell me something. When did you first start discovering that you had these type of talents, and what are we gonna call it? What started for you? How did you discover you had something?
Well, I started watching my sister. You know, she was singing in a group with friends, and so I would watch them, and I would go in the studio with them, and just messing around. I developed a love for it, but then I started working in the studio, cleaning up to get time to be able to work on my own music. And that's when I was like, hey, I got talent. I want to, you know, push something and do something. And that's where it came from. But mainly I gave it to my sister because she gave me the push to say, go, do it.
Okay.
And she used to always teach me the me, all that shit.
Yeah.
You know, it was like, it was dope. I loved it. And it just, I mean, I've been many studio with her with name people,
right? And
I saw it already, you know. So it was like, this is what I want, right. And I never stopped. I would do it for life. Doesn't matter if I'm on TV or I'm not. I love music. Yeah.
And speaking of that, I saw you on many stages with many countless of people. And not that we're trying to drop names, but the point is you were out there doing multiple things, but one of the things that you were doing was actually you get to spend time on stages with a lot of artists and doing filming and interviewing with them. How did you get into that?
Basically, I was working with Sugar T, and then Sugar T introduced me. I was shooting video for Sugar T, and she introduced me to a friend of hers was named Latanya Allen. Mm-hmm. And me and Latanya Allen grew close as friends, and she just started connecting the dots for me.
Right.
You know, and I believe she felt my synergy is what she would call it. Mm-hmm. She felt it, and she extended that hand. And then when she opened that door for me, I ran. You know, but when I ran, it was like a hallway with doors. I touched all of them as I ran. I made sure I left a mark on every promoter, every video media company or videographer that was around me. I made sure they knew who I was.
Right.
And that's what got 310 pushed. But I thank those women for opening that door for me, because I know where it started from, because I felt it when it happened. It was like, hey, I work with this person, and then this person was like, hey, I'm bringing this person in to help on the video, and then me and this person started working together. And it was like, dang, you cool, man, you cool. And then it was like, I want you to do more work with me. And then she was like, here's a door, open. I ran through it. Here's a door, open. I ran through it. Then she saw me take that and run even farther, and she would always tell me, Riko, like, you did it. Like, she went one show she invited me to, she took me on it, but the next following year I took her on the same show.
Okay, that's kind of nice, huh? That's nice.
That's, like I said, dude, I know when it started. Like I said, that's why I can say no one could claim the 310 brand taking off. No one, them the only two women I give credit to for that brand. Right. Is Sugar T, okay, First Lady, Sick With It Records, okay, and Latanya Allen for opening up some doors for me that no one else could open up. But when she opened those doors, I ran. I didn't walk. I ran through every other door, and I made a way. And I made sure I was on every roster. And like I said, she took me to one show, West Fest. She took me 2019. I mean 2018, 2019. I extended the favor back and took her.
That's great.
Okay.
So we got to send a shout out and thank Sugar T and Latanya Allen for seeing it. And
real.
Yeah, we really do. And I want to ask you something for people who are still, we're all trying to do something, but obviously you've been successful in a lot of things. What's some of the things that you had to do so when you got to that moment and that door opened, that you were actually ready to then go and make some of these things happen? Because everyone wishes for opportunities, but sometimes you got to be ready to take that opportunity and not just live on that one opportunity and then create something. What can you say to some people in this time that we're in now that's very different, as far as some advice to what are some of the elements you have to have right?
What I'm going to say is this. I'm going to answer that, but what I'm going to say is fear. If you react when you feel the fear, that's the best time to make something happen. If you scared, go after it. Don't stop at that point. Don't get scared and say, oh, I don't want it. Walking in front of 70,000 people, the first moment can scare you where you frozen. No matter what you do, you can feel in your body you moving, but you're not moving. You're still like no movement. So when you have that fear in you, that's the gut to say go after it. So go after what you want, and of course you're gonna get the fear, but that's when you get stronger and you make it happen. Now, as far as what I had to have is I had to make sure what I wanted. If it was filming, I had to make sure I knew about videography. I had to know it because these people are moving fast in here. Like, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? Can you edit? Can you do it? So you got to be ready. Mm-hmm. And like I said, that fear comes at that moment. When you got people with a name saying, I need you to be here at this time, and you got to make sure you there and do everything they want you to do. Mm-hmm. Like I said, you're going to get it. The first one is so scary, but you got to right through it. That's exactly what you got to do. You got to go right through it and be like, hey, ain't no stopping. That's why I said them doors, ain't no stopping. They're like the first one, I saw it. I had the first person that I was working with, when we first did our first interview, mm-hmm. I had to tell the person, snap out of it. We here. Like, it was so many.
So many celebrities, huh?
Listen, it was so many people coming out. And the person started doing the first interview. The first interview went, it was kind of bumpy, but it went. But the second one was like bumpy, like a person stuttering on words, and it's like, and I have it on recording. I still own all the masters of an old recording. Yeah. I had to look at the person behind the camera and say, snap out of it right now. And I had to tell the person, you gotta do this, man. It ain't no waiting. You gotta do it now. Right. This is our only opportunity.
There's no practice.
They're like when Eminem say, you only get one chance. When you go in here, when we go past these doors, and shit is like, cameras, people, red carpet, lights, hundreds of people with cameras doing this. Lights. When you walk through that door, like I said, you got to be ready. And you got to know that this is what you want. Because I swear to God, at a snap of a finger, you can shut down.
So there's a professionalism, there's a work ethic, there's a skill set. There's a whole lot of things here. And then you got someone that you're working with, because when you get to a certain level, you're going to need some help. Oftentimes you can't be in front and back of the camera. So what you're saying is some of these things you worked on, but then when the moments came, you got to where you wanted, but you had never been there before.
Never been there.
Okay.
Never been there. Never knew what it's like. My heart is beating right now of the adrenaline that you get, okay, from it. When them doors pop, and you seeing all of this action and seeing everybody you see on TV in your face. And you have hundreds of motherfuckers with cameras walking around you, bumping into you. Motherfuckers that ain't even saying sorry.
You gotta keep it cool.
You gotta be a fucking shark. If you ain't a shark swimming and hitting shit and doing the same thing they doing, you a guppy.
Oh, you gotta get in there and be aggressive, huh?
Uh-huh. If you ain't aggressive,
yeah, we've seen the stars when they're walking and all the cameras and everybody's yelling at them and they're backing people over and everything. Yeah.
I see a lot of dudes tell me they want this. Niggas say, oh, I want this, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be that, I'm gonna be this, and you don't understand it. It's more to it. It's more behind it. It's one politic to record music. It's one politic to mix music. It's one politic to be a producer. But it's also a politic behind the wall.
Yes.
The different other celebrities and they camps and they homies, they have 30, 40 niggas with them.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's like a person saying they want it, but you don't really know what's behind there. And like I said, when LaTanya went in her business, I'm giving a shout out, Intellectual Vibes and True Hip Hop. The first event I ever did with her was at Randy Jackson Club out there in Burbank. But it was, like I said, the adrenaline. It's like walking in, you red carpet, you walking right through passing everybody who's standing outside in the line. So that's already one adrenaline. Okay? You're like, yeah.
Okay.
Shit, yeah.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? That's adrenaline already.
Yes.
I called it, I think what they call in the back of the brain, serotonin.
Yes.
Or something that's just like, it's like what people want when they looking at Instagram or Facebook.
Feels good.
Yes, it's
an endorphin release.
Endorphin release.
Yes.
So that's one adrenaline you gotta get past.
Okay.
It's that, yeah. Y'all over there? Okay. Then you gotta get past the, you in there now. And you seeing everybody.
Mm-hmm. That's another level.
Then you gotta get past the camp. Okay? Then you gotta get past the camp. After that, it's like Shark Tank. You have to go through all these levels because you may need to do an interview with Snoop. And Snoop may be like, yeah, it's cool to do the interview. You know what I'm saying? I got some time before I go up on stage. But it may be one nigga in his camp that don't want you to do it. Because he just don't want you to do it. Because why? His adrenaline felt like he the man because he with Snoop.
I see what you mean.
You understand the adrenaline?
Riko.
Every motherfucker say they want this, but they don't understand the behind the scene of this.
And you know, so I know this because I know you did something with a reality show. And there's different levels because you're doing a lot of different types of filming. So in that situation, you trying to get the interview, there's celebrities everywhere, you gotta get up there and get it. But then when you go over here to do the reality show, you're taking full direction from people in a whole different way. And it may not be that busy, but it's still intense. How is that to switch those gears?
When I first got into working with different TV shows and production companies. Mm-hmm. I started with Patrick Simpson and Paula Two with the Gowning Out in Beverly Hills show.
Yes.
I filmed season 2 of that show, Gowning Out. And like I said, it's the same routine, the same busyness, mm-hmm. but controlled by one individual or two individuals telling everybody what to do, and everybody's working, shooting them. So it's more controlled and comfortable, but it's still a work. I was out swimming in the pool with Patrick and a couple other people, and they said, we got a 45 minutes break. I was in the pool 10 minutes, and they radioed down there to tell the producer people, hey, tell all those guys to come back up, we need all the cameras back on. I videotaped it and put it up on Instagram. It's on my Instagram and Facebook. Okay? Yeah, right. It was like, Instantly, I jumped in the water, chilling, get hot tub, like, yeah, man, I can chill. And 10 minutes later, hey, tell those guys to get back up here. We need the cameras back on. So it's the same push of sharky-ness, but it's just more casual. It's more done on a casual level.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's more suit and tie, like get your ass over there, I'm the boss type shit. Like the other shit is like rambunctious, like motherfuckers all over the place. Like you got to fight with other media companies to get the interview because they want the interview too. So you got to, it's some Hollywood crazy shit.
Right.
But then on this side, you have it like it's somebody telling you like, "Hey, camera's ready, motherfucker."
Right. So look, man, with all this that you're doing, and we'll get into some of the music too. Who, what, and how is inspiring or has inspired you?
The first person that inspired me was my cousin Chris, R.I.P. He was the first person who gave me my first hope at music, beatboxing, and listening to him rap, because he rapped over two cassette tapes, like two decks playing, one playing the beat with the song with the instrumental, and this one picking up the recording. And he'd be laying down rapping like this, in between those two.
Okay.
And after he passed away, I was young, I started looking at my sister, like in the people she was around, because she was around music. Then I bumped into Alan from Troop, the lead singer Troop. I bumped into Alan, and from that point on, he was kind of like my mentor that forced me into like wanting to, get deeper into music. Then I went away for a while, being locked up. And when I got back home, it was just something that felt like if you didn't do it, you would be back in the situation you was in before. So I started doing it, and the love came, and it was like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Okay, well, hey, Troop, shout out to Troop. For y'all who don't know, go and check Troop out. And
yes.
Alan, what's up? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's nice, and I know that you've done production, so let's get into a little bit of the music. Who's some of the people that you've had the chance to work with, whether it be as a producer, an artist, a writer, or whatever it may be, or even with the camera?
I have a chance to work with K-Wise. I had a chance to work with B-Fly. I had a chance to work with Vulture Star. I had a chance to work with Kenny YB. I had a chance to work with Hot Dollar. I had a chance to work with
so many people.
I mean, I could just name them. I have a lot of songs I did with people. Some people I won't name because I don't push that music right now.
Right.
But I had a chance to work with a lot of people, and over the time, and it's been great.